What's up, guys? This is the Beyond Prosperous podcast where I talk about practical principles to push you to prosperity and purpose. I'm your host, Raequane Jones, and so today we want to get into giving yourself a chance. And so I have a sister that's 3 months older than my daughter. And so they're both still babies, but in the beginning, first taking a step back, I'm a competitive person at heart. I'm competitive in just about anything I can be a part of. And so with my sister being 3 months older than my daughter, I still wanted my daughter to advance faster than my sister. Why? Because she's mine. And I'm just that competitive. I like in whatever I can get into, I'm gonna be competitive. Like that's just me at heart. And so my daughter, like as my sister and my daughter developed, it seemed that my sister was developing much faster than my daughter, which if you think about it from the big perspective, it doesn't matter because I know that eventually, my daughter would get there. But like I said, I'm competitive. And so I want to be first. I wanted my daughter to be first, but whatever. So my sister had developed the ability to walk, the ability to talk, she had all her teeth growing in, like way before my daughter. And so my daughter, it was after her being 1 year old. And so for me, I'm like, I wanted her to walk before one. I had all these goals that had nothing to do with anything, but I wanted my daughter to walk before she was one, and I wanted her to do this, and I wanted her to do that. Like this is what we do as people. We put our own thing on other people, and when it don't happen, we get crushed. Like why am I offended? Why am I upset that my daughter isn't doing something? Like she is 1 year old. Like what are you talking about? But this is what we do as people. Many times we project our own goals, our own things on other people, and when they don't line up with it, when they don't achieve it, and then we're upset, then we're offended. Like give them a chance pertaining to that, but give yourself a chance. I believe that there are many people that are like my sister and my daughter, where my sister was advanced. She just developed the way that she developed. And my daughter is developing the way that she's developing. And so just because you are not where they are doesn't mean that you will never be there. And so I heard this speaker, he was talking, and he eventually got to this point in his speech, and he asked the audience, he said, how long would you give your child to walk? Like, would you give them a year? Would you give them, 15 months? Would you give them 2 years? Like if they were slower in growing their mobility, how long would you give them to walk? And the answer for a parent is until they do. It's not a point. There's not a time when you say, well, you're not going to be a walker. And the crazy thing is, when my daughter was learning, when she was trying to get that mobility, I'm looking at it around and everybody, and I'm drawing confidence in the fact that I see so many people walking. I see so many people doing it. And so even in your journey to the place that you want to be, sometimes you have to surround yourself with people that's doing what you want to do. Not to compare yourself, but to see that it's possible and that it can be done. And so seeing that other people are walking, I'm like, obviously my daughter will walk. And so taking the limitations, taking the boundaries off of when allowed me to focus on things that were actually more important, like my relationship with her. Like the time that I what do I do with the time that I spend with her? Like helping her, like guiding her. And so in your life, there are things that may not come to you as easily as it comes to others, but this is the journey. It's not about who get there the quickest. It's about who can last the longest, who can actually be genuine in who they are and get the results that they want. And so I encourage you to give yourself a chance, to keep pushing, to continue to thrive, to continue to chase, to continue to get over those hurdles. Because if you don't, if you don't give yourself the chance, you will never achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life. And so what is a practical way to do this? Like I said, surround yourself with people that are doing it. If you want to be an eagle, you have to fly with the eagles. If you want to be a pigeon, you have to fly with but you don't, you want to be the best that you can be. You want to fly high. You want to be the lion of the jungle. So surround yourself with people that are going after it. And so if you don't have people that's really, if you have people around you that's the total opposite of you, they may not be the ones that's supposed to stay on your journey. You see, I believe that there are people that you're supposed to pour into, there are people that's supposed to be on the same level as you, and there are people that are supposed to be in front of you in your life that's already ahead of you. Why? Because you need to be pouring into somebody. You also need people to kind of talk to on the journey and that you're on the journey with, but you also need mentors. You need people that's been on the journey already and they know the step that you need to take to get to the next level. And so give yourself a chance to be the best you that you can be. And that comes through actually staying in the process. So overcome those things, overcome that mentality, overcome those mental blocks that's holding you from actually achieving the things that you really want to achieve, and stop giving up on yourself because you have so much more in you than you think. So go get it. Give yourself a chance. If nobody else is counting on you, I need you to count on you. If you want a family, if you're saying that you want a family, if you have family already, some of them are counting on you already. Your business is counting on you. The people that you haven't even encountered yet, you have a message in you that's supposed to be spoken. You have a message in you that's supposed to be lived out. And until you start doing it, until you believe in yourself, those people will never be encountered. Those people will never be impacted. So I encourage you to go get it. Listen. Your life is meant to be lived to the best of your ability. Every single day is an opportunity. There is nothing like living, because once it's gone, it's gone. So give everything that you got to the moment. Give everything that you got to the day. Give everything that you have to your life. Be encouraged. Have that courage. Walk in it. And see that God has something that's going to take you to the next level if you give yourself a chance. I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe. Listen, this is what I want to do. I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you. And more than anything, I want to give you practical things to take you to the next level. So I'll talk to you guys next time, and go and live a life that's beyond prosperous.